and welcome to our video for the weekend of November 15th, 2020. This is week 9 in our Sadly Your Lesson book. And in this week's lesson, we address the central question, how do we celebrate God's forgiveness and healing? In the lesson, we learn that Jesus' message was focused on God's love and forgiveness. Jesus healed the sick and he forgave sins. Today's church continues on Jesus' message through the sacraments of reconciliation and the anointing of the sick. With these sacraments, we grow closer to God, we grow closer to those in our church, to one another in our own homes, and to ourselves. The importance of forgiveness in our daily lives is essential to not only living in love and harmony, but truly in following what Jesus set out to do in his time here on earth. This weekend, our announcements are a little longer than our lesson, but with Advent coming, I'm sure you're not surprised by that. The first announcement is for our 8th grade and 9th grade candidates for confirmation. This announcement does not apply to our 7th graders. Just our 8th graders and 9th graders. If you did not make the crop walk last month, please drop off your yellow sponsor card and your service forms to the ministry house. There's a black mailbox right outside the door. You can put them in an envelope addressed to me, Kirk Kilanowski, and I'll make sure that I pick them up in anticipation of setting up your confirmation for next September. Next, our first communicants. Today we talked about the Sacrament of Reconciliation, and we have that scheduled for March. But I know that I've received a number of phone calls and emails in regards to specific dates for First Communion. This Monday night, I'll be meeting with our 2nd grade catechists to give those dates out. So, to all of the parents, please keep an eye on your email in the coming week so that you know what your date and time will be for your First Communion Mass and for your reconciliation time. We have decided to add additional Masses so that we know we are ensured proper social distancing, and if our trend continues, that we never overestimate the maximum number of people allowed in the church. Now for a few important seasonal announcements. Each year, since I've been a part of the parish, we have had a breakfast with Santa. Well, I spoke with Santa recently, and he's unable to make it for breakfast this year. But he wanted me to assure you that he will be here. He's coming at nighttime. So I want everyone to keep an eye out for some information coming soon about how we will have a drive-through meeting with Santa. We won't be able to sit on Santa's lap this year, but he is going to pull up in his car with Mrs. Claus under the carport, and all of our young people and their families will be able to get out and stand at the front bumper and have a nice socially distant picture with Santa and drop off their lists for the big guy in red. And we're excited for it. Also this time of year, our youth ministry sells Advent wreaths for the front door, and grave blankets. Those prices will be coming out this week, and if you would like to order one that's been a part of your family's rich tradition as it has been mine, know that our pickup is being targeted for Thanksgiving weekend, if not sometime during the following week. So keep an eye out for that information, or you can email Ante directly at his youth ministry email. That email address will be printed at the end of these announcements. And then each year our parish has a strong tradition of a thorough giving tree where we provide gifts to those less fortunate. We will be continuing that tradition, and you should keep an eye on the bulletin and the parish website for how you can pick up your ornament and how and where to deposit your gift. We want to make sure that, especially in 2020, everyone who's had such a difficult time has a joyous holiday. Oops, one more thing I almost forgot. The most important, our annual nativity play. This year, I'd like to work with just our second graders. So second grade catechists, when we get the communion dates to you, we'll also be sending out a date to gather to try to do a socially distant nativity play that we can move into video format and distribute to the whole parish for our traditional December weekend before Christmas nativity. That's all for now. God bless. Thank you.